Hi class, I wanted to give you some video feedback. You'll be able to implement this for your revision, that along with comments that your peer may give you. Make sure you're following the checklist so that you know that you're hitting everything you need to. So let's jump right in. Zane, nice job. You've got your name and what you do. I recommend maybe using a little hierarchy here, up here on the left, and maybe making this all caps, for example, could work. Left alignment is just easier for people to read, all right, because their eye returns to the same location. So that's important. You can close this up just a little bit, but so far you've got a great job. Everything is working. Let's make sure we center content, your headings, and so forth. Okay. All right. All right. So if I select this, good, you don't have it playing automatic. Nice. I saw that earlier. We do want a little bit more as far as content, a little bit more context to tell us about it. Let's close this up a little bit. But good job having everything there, and I'll tell you why it's so important. Coming up next week, you're going to be looking at your accessibility, and every element that's on your page is going to have to be reviewed in that light. So the more images somebody has, the more videos, all of that will be under scrutiny, right? So it's better to keep it clean, it keeps it strong, and it will pay off in week 4 too. Close that up. But altogether, good. You've done just about everything that you've been asked to do. I would left align this and break it up into 2 or 3 sentences. I'm sorry, paragraphs. All right. But let's see. You have an invite for your Instagram here, and that's great. I would like to see a link there to a professional LinkedIn account, and that's good for you to have because you can start adding projects and things there with dates, and you'll never have to forget, remember where they are. You'll be able to go back and find them. So really good job there. Nice job. Yeah, very little to do. All right, Alice, you've made some checks. I would limit some of the green. I know you did it on your About page, and that really works better. You've corrected that overlay. Also, I would freeze your navigation up here, your header, by going over into selecting the orange header gear and freeze. And then that will always be there. I would have a little more white somewhere on the background. The green just isn't working everywhere. Like for this image, I think you might get away with it being here, under here for your text maybe, but I think the images are just going to hold up better if they're not. And you'll see if you make sure that this is pinned, then it won't overlap, you see. Like this. We won't have that happening. Nice, okay, yeah. You don't really need this box here. Yeah. Okay, and this is empty space. So I would definitely try and get into your content a little sooner, like you have here. You're using the same heading style, that's great. Usually we have to blur, I think this is probably your image, good. Blur the Sony for copyright. Okay. All right. So let's take a look. So left align that. Make sure that that is a free Google Voice number. Close that up. If there is something here, we need to know what it reads. When you go into your accessibility next week, that will come up and it will flag your buttons and things. Close that. We've got a couple of fonts going on here. Good, good. You might be able to have a little bit smaller font size there. Okay. And we need to change the text color here so it shows up even when we're on that page. And let's double check. Yeah, we're going to need to reflow this in your mobile and correct that contrast. I would take these out of the boxes or make sure that they're fitting, and I don't know that they're going to. You would have to extend the boxes, and I know on your desktop they're in columns, so you'll want to correct that. All right, that's going to be important. First, correct it on your desktop. Anything done there will flow over to your mobile. Anything done in your mobile will not go backwards to your desktop. Close all that up. You may want to center that, close that up, take this space out, center that, all that space. Okay. All right. Okay, so I think you know exactly what you need to do, and after you do that, I think it's going to come together really nice. All right. Okay, let's see. So far, very clean. We have something behind here that needs to come out. The way you do that is to go into your Wix. Whoops. And choose your site design right here. Okay. When you go there, you'll see page background, and where you currently have an image, you're going to choose color and either white so it disappears, or black, gray, something like that. All right. But something that is relevant. You can choose a color. You know, you can pick a color from your site that you're working on and choose that. Then you're going to come down to apply to other pages and make sure everything is checked. All right. You can check the ones you want or don't want, but usually it's all pages. Okay. And then that should happen. Obviously I have something there in this situation. Okay. Here we go. Like that. Okay, so that would be on all pages now. And so we are looking here. I do want to make sure this is your image. Okay. We need a copyright symbol down there. Let's see. Yeah. I am inclined to think, because it doesn't seem to show up in your other work, I'm inclined to think that we could probably make this a little wider and it'll come up a little more, maybe bring that in just a little. Visuals doesn't tell us enough about what you do, all right, so you'll want to tell us. But I am inclined to think that on this homepage, this is not your work. So if it is, awesome, but it's not showing up anywhere else. That kind of work isn't showing up, you know, landscapes and things like that. So if that's the case, then go ahead and remove the home page and just delete it. And then you'll start somewhere here, or you can bring that over here, whatever, as long as this is last, that your contact is last. Okay, you will need, okay, go ahead and use the icon. People are used to seeing that for your YouTube. Bring that in a little. I recommend getting a professional photo in the future that doesn't have sunglasses on, because for the purpose of your website, people want to see you. And, you know, that's just something that you'll want to think of. It has nothing to do with the quality of the shot or anything. It just has to do with the purpose. And these should have some descriptions. Look in your media manager and see where you can add a description. If not, you'll need to add, perhaps arrange it differently. But we want to know a little bit about it. You want to link up, so you're not linked up to Wix. That'll be important. Okay, let's look at the mobile. Okay, let's put that in the footer, and let us know what you do exactly. So a little less stacking here. Icons will help with that. If you use these, bring those down here. You can just add. If you double click on that, you'll have an option. You can add a YouTube. When we click on these, sometimes they show us, okay, so there should be a place where you can add descriptions for each shot. Left align these, left align that. Make sure these are your clients. I say that because these things come with templates and I don't know. Yeah, a little cleanup here. If we take this out, if you do keep H&F Visuals, if that's a name you've had for a long time and you have branding associated with the business cards, bring this up here and move that. All right. Okay, great start. Yeah. All right. Okay, Tristan. Okay. Is this your photo? Okay. We have too many things here. If these are just placeholders, you do not want them here. You're going to go into your Wix, and under Pages and Menu, you may have things here or here, and you want to go in and delete them. They're easy to add back later, but the thing is, like I say, in week 4, you're going to be working on accessibility, and it's going to flag all of these things. It's going to flag the contrast here. Okay, good. It's going to bring up all of this, and you'll have to go through everything. All right. Let's see, I'm curious. Make sure we have no duplicates anywhere. That comes out. These are always great to have. You're going to have to increase that contrast for readability. That needs to come out. That's misspelled, and so it won't matter because you're going to take it out. You're going to take cars out. All good topics. Take that out. Okay. Make sure that whatever you're doing is something that allows you to get a wide range of clients. Your goal is to be able to get clients of all kinds, okay? So you want to make sure you show that and don't have anything that isn't part of the DC policy, okay? It's going to be super important. Okay, these are placeholders, so they have to come out. And contact needs to be your last option. Okay. This should be a little larger so we can read it. It's great here. A little larger in your header. Okay. All right, we do need an about, a contact page. Make the higher contrast here. That works really well. And we're going to work on that. Make sure you don't have extraneous pages. Like we say, you can always add them later, but it's not for this class for a number of reasons. Accessibility is going to slow you down for one thing. We don't have the bandwidth to go through 20 pages or 15 pages for every student, and they don't have time to go through and get them correct, accessibility wise. All right, so you need a contact page. Yeah. All right. So you have some sweeping changes that will be easy. All right. Just some deleting over in your pages and menu, and then some contrast issues and adding a contact page. And the way you add a contact page is you're going to come over here and go to pages and menu, go to add page. You don't have to use, I prefer blank pages so you don't have to take things out, but not for the contact page. That you're going to select their contact page, use the basic, and then just add it. And once you do that, it will show up in your lineup. Well, it's taking a little minute there, but it could be because I have this, I've had this Wix site open for a long time. Anyway, you're going to add that, and it's going to show up right here as a new page, and you're going to rename it and make sure that it's at the bottom. All right? Okay. All right. Let's see. You've done some cleanup. Good job. Let's make sure this isn't overlapping here. And use the same color, or at least the same size if you have a pattern of going from here to here and back and forth, but you want it to be the same. Same line spacing, same size headings throughout. Okay, probably want to center this information, okay? Good, you moved your contact to the last. Nice work. I think this needed to come out. This is placeholder. Okay, that's all placeholder. So go ahead and take that out so you're not dealing with it in week 4. Okay. All right. Got that. And I think that this may be placeholder, not sure. Just make sure it isn't. You need to have a contact form here. All right, and you can go through the add elements. These are not equally spaced, so check that out. And remove all of this. What you can do is just take everything out up to here. Keep this here. Make sure all that's centered. And take these things out that are not, that are just placeholders there. All right. Yeah, you've done a lot, girl. It's looking so much better. All right. I do recommend left aligning. This comes out. If you take it out on your desktop, it's going to automatically come out of your mobile. You can make edits on your mobile that won't show up, which on your other. I think that's... Okay, so you want to rewrap these things. Okay. So it's consistent. Spend a little time on that. And you're going to add your form. All right. Nice job. You've been working on it. Well done. All right, everybody. You'll want to implement these changes for your week 4 revision. Make sure you provide a bulleted list. I will tell you a little hack. You can go to the video of this on YouTube, and you can copy the transcript. And in doing that, you can paste that into chat and ask it to make bullets for you if you want. That's just one way. Otherwise, you'll need to walk through this and make bulleted points of all the revisions that you've been asked to make. All right, that'll be your task 1 in your week 4 revision. All right, good job, everybody. I'm really excited to see where you're going and the time you're putting into it and how quickly your design taste is growing. Nice work.